Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to AM News and Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Vice President Kashim Shettima returns to Abuja after a Germany diplomatic trip. NEMA confirms casualty in Kogi boat mishap. In business, Nigerian's current account surplus rises to over $5 billion in second quarter 2025. On the foreign scene, hundreds arrested in violent Morocco demonstrations. In sports, Global Television pledges partnership with Sport Writers Association of Nigeria. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 367, Star Times channels 276. Vice President Kashim Shettima has returned to Abuja after representing President Bola Tinubu at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, concluding strategic engagement in Germany. During the week-long international engagement, the Vice President delivered President Tinubu's national statement calling for comprehensive United Nations reforms. He also championed African sovereignty over its $700 billion mineral resources and strengthening strategic partnership with the United Kingdom, Gates Foundation, and other international stakeholders. 65 years after independence, President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria has turned a corner, assuring citizens that the worst economic pain are behind them. In a nationwide broadcast to mark the anniversary, the president delivered a message of hope, calling on Nigerians to remain steadfast as his administration deepens reforms. Uli Abomofrebi has details. Benue State government has announced commencement of more infrastructural projects in the coming days, including an underpass in Otukpo. The governor stated these at the government house during his state broadcast to Benue people on the occasion of Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. Global TV correspondent Diri has details.
It is the 65th celebration of Nigeria's independence as a nation since 1960. In Benue State, Governor Hyacinth Alia describes the day as both a celebration and a solemn moment of reflection, urging citizens to draw inspiration from the sacrifices of Nigeria's founding fathers and fallen heroes who defended the nation's sovereignty. The governor reaffirmed his administration's determination to sustain reforms, deepen infrastructural renewal, and expand economic opportunities for the people of Benue State as the nation clocks 65 years of independence.
We know the journey is not over yet. Our future calls for more, and we are ready. We are advancing industrialization, driving digital transformation, empowering our youth and women, and ensuring that every community, no matter how remote, feels the touch of governance.
As part of activities for the celebration, the governor hosted families of recently slain officers in the line of duty in Katsina Ala local government area.
We have embarked on security reforms to guarantee peace and protect our communities, allow our people to live and farm without fear. Our uniformed men are making sacrifices, but huge success is being recorded. With courage, intelligence, and collaboration, we will restore peace to every inch of our land.
With promises of fresh infrastructural drive and renewed hope for security and development, Governor Alia says his administration is committed to building a stronger and more prosperous Benue.
The Minister of Youth Development, Mr. Ayodele Olawande, has warned the youth against irregular migration enumerating the inherent danger associated with it. Olawande gave the warning during a campaign and advocacy program on the effect of irregular migration for youth in the southern zone held in Abeokuta. The minister, represented by the director in charge of migration and climate change, Mrs. Grace Lelia, said the migration in its legal and regulated form remains a natural part of human development. He explained that irregular migration, which occurs outside legal frameworks and regulatory norms of the country, presents a significant risk to lives, communities, and national development. The Federal High Court sitting in Warri has ordered Nigerian Police Force and the Inspector General of Police to maintain status quo in the ongoing legal dispute over the enforcement of tinted glass permit policy. The order was given in a suit filed by lawyer John Akpokpo Martins against the Nigerian Police Force and Inspector General of Police. Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Bar Association stated that the court specifically directed the police to respect judicial process and refrain from any action that could undermine the pending case. Chairman Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, Musa Aliyu, has charged anti-graft agencies, civil society organizations, and the media organizations to collaborate and ensure transparency in governance at all levels to move the nation forward. Aliyu made a call at the Nigerian Local Government Integrity Index presentation by the Center for Fiscal Transparency and Public Integrity in Abuja. Ramsey Eno Agbo was there for Global Television.
Transparency and accountability at the grassroots took center stage in Abuja as the chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, Musa Aliyu, stressed the need for transparency at the 774 local governments in Nigeria so as to ensure constitutional democracy to the people.
We will look our mandates and see how we will come in and support local government to deliver the services to our people. Because we know that Section 7 of the Constitution has clearly provided that local government council should be governed by democratically elected officials. And there will be no democracy if there is no transparency and accountability.
The executive director of the Center for Physical Transparency and Public Integrity, Umar Yakubu, highlighted concern raised since the Supreme Court's ruling of July 2024 on whether local governments truly receive their allocations directly and how the funds are being utilized.
Yeah, basically since the Supreme Court judgment of 2024 in July, nobody really knows what to do with the local governments. And there are too many speculations about whether they are receiving their finances directly or they are not. And as you may recall, we had a program earlier in the year together with Agora Policy on whether these things have been happening. And from the evidence we have, we don't think they have been receiving their funds directly for several reasons. But that aside, we believe the local government, the data shows that the governance structures there are very weak, and there needs to be a lot of enhancement of trainings and capacity building so that they can deliver the dividends of democracy and enhance good governance.
Also speaking, the special advisor to the chairman of the Fiscal Responsibility Commission, Chris Owadoka, emphasized the importance of fiscal discipline and accountability at the local government level.
Fiscal transparency is critical for progress in the local governments. As local governments are beginning to enjoy financial and fiscal autonomy, it is necessary that their activities be visible. Their fiscal, financial activities be visible to all.
Speakers agreed that local government, being the closest tier of government to the people, must demonstrate transparency and accountability in order to deliver good governance and dividends of democracy to Nigerians at the grassroots. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News.
Minister Nyesom Wike says as part of the administration's mission to ensure quality education and infrastructural development, the FCTA will commence the rehabilitation of 40 schools across the territory. The minister stated this in a continuation of flag off of access roads in Abuja. Kabir Hassan has details.
During the flag off, which was attended by dignitaries, traditional rulers, and eminent personalities, the minister says the rehabilitation will cut across both the city center and satellite towns, focusing on classrooms, libraries, and laboratories to provide children with a conducive learning environment. He noted that the initiative, alongside other infrastructure projects, is part of the government's broader vision to restore the Abuja Master Plan and uplift communities.
We are going to start again to total rehabilitation of not less than 40 schools after this road infrastructure.
He further emphasizes that the ongoing projects in roads and other sectors will continue simultaneously to drive development in the territory. He says all project flag off under the administration will be completed by the 3rd anniversary of the president.
And just like the emergency director of the Levante has assured, I'll be on their neck day and night. We have so many projects to showcase in the 3rd year anniversary of Mr. President. And I believe that this is one of them. By the directive of Mr. President, every sector must be touched.
The assurance of timely completion, according to the residents, signals renewed hope for improved education, better infrastructure, and stronger community development in the Federal Capital Territory. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
The Federal High Court in Abuja refused to hear an application filed by Dumebi Kachikwu against Independent National Electoral Commission and Senator David Mark-led leadership of the African Democratic Congress. Kachikwu, the 2023 presidential candidate of the ADC, seeking another compelling INEC to forthwith withdraw the unlawful publication of Mark and Rauf Arebesola's name as national chairman and secretary of the party, pending the determination of the suit. Justice James Omotoshon, however, declined to hear the motion, which was brought by Dayo Akinlaja-san on Kachikwu's behalf. Nigerians' 4 hydroelectric dams, Shiruru, Jeba, Kainji, and Zugeri, located in Niger State, have given notification towards releasing excess water from the dams any moment from now. The notification was made available to Niger State Emergency Management Agency, promoting the state government to advise communities in riverine areas to relocate upstream as a result of the directive from the 4 dams to avoid the pending flood. Director General of the agency, Abdullahi Ara, said in a statement that Nigerian Hydrological Services has subsequently advised that communities along rivers Niger and Kaduna should relocate from some reason. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control has confirmed a slight increase in the spread of Lassa fever in the country compared to the previous weeks that was high among states. Head of Risk Communications, Community Engagement and Infodemic Management Division of the center stated this in an exclusive interview with Global Television. The debate over soft copy and hard copy continues to shape conversations among reading habits in Nigeria. Many argue that nothing beats the feel and discipline of hard copy reading. Education correspondent Priscilla Obasi reports. Adamawa State Police Command of Nigerian Police and Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency has announced the arrest of a total of 130 suspects, while the State Police Command said it nabbed 72 suspects over the past 3 months. And the agency said it arrested 58 drug suspects last month, September 2025. The 2 federal security agencies said in separate news briefing that highlighting surveillance and crime-tackling measures made arrest possible. You're watching the live broadcast of AM News. When AM News returns, World Health Organization says nearly 42,000 people in Gaza have sustained life-changing injuries in the wake of Hamas-Israel war. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In business news, Ethiopia's transition to electric mobility took a decisive leap as Prime Minister announced an immediate expansion of the country's ban on imported internal combustion engine vehicles to include trucks. The Prime Minister made the declaration during the inauguration of a new refinery and fertilizer plant in Gudi, located in Somali regional state. The move targets one of the last major categories of imported fossil fuel-powered vehicles, signaling the government's unwavering commitment to its green economy agenda. Starting from today, just as we have done with automobiles, it is not permitted to import fuel-powered trucks, Abiy stated, confirming the policy immediately. And on foreign news, President Donald Trump has given Hamas 2002 GMT on Sunday to accept his 20-point plan for peace in Gaza, warning the Palestinian military group faced all hell if it did not agree to the term. The United States leader said the deadline, which would fall at 1 a.m. Monday in Gaza after an official for the Islamist told AFP earlier, that this group still needed time to study the proposal to end nearly 2 years of devastating war in the Palestinian territory. If this last chance agreement is not reached, all hell like no one has ever seen before will break out against Hamas, Trump posted on his Truth social platforms. And in sports, Sevilla has congratulated Jeremy Adams-Ako on his maiden invitation to the Super Eagles. The striker was named in Nigeria's 23-man squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Lesotho and Benin on Friday, according to the only new invite in the list released by head coach Eric Chelle. The 24-year-old once represented Nigeria at the under-20 level. It's a week of intense ring puts and patriotic celebration as Nigerian mark its 65th independent anniversary maiden Tukur Yusuf Buratai International Golf Resorts and Country Club Independence Golf Tournament in Abuja. Veteran golfer Quadri Yusuf emerged champion in the contest that drew over 400 participants, and Nate Patrick has more.
The lush greens of the Tukur Yusuf Buratai International Golf Resort and Country Club came alive as golfers from across the country teed off in commemoration of Nigeria's 65th independence. The tournament honored Nigeria's history while celebrating 7 unretired personnel of the Nigerian Army. At the end of a grueling 5-hour final round, veteran golfer Quadri Yusuf emerged overall champion with a net score of 67, playing off a handicap of 16.
At the end of the day, I played 42 gross front. At the back, I opened up, and those I was playing with were urging me on. Fire on, fire on. Oh, of course, I was playing pa. I only dropped 2 shots at the back.
Competition was fierce across categories. The men's division, Dennis Dilly and Major General Samson Jia claimed top honors, while the ladies group saw Farida Wada and Longdi Pashpo shine. Veterans and super veterans also had their share of glory with notable performances from Mike Ekoja, Dibu Ojerinde, and Sunday Indero. Chairman of the local organizing committee, Dr. James Agbosehe, said the maiden tournament was not just about sport, but also about celebrating national spirit and perseverance.
This is a very, very special occasion to celebrate our country, to celebrate our unity, our resilience, and our determination to succeed as a nation. And I want to congratulate the overall best winner, because I've known him as a great golfer. Today he demonstrated it.
The event attracted dignitaries, including former Kogi Governor Captain Idris Wada, Dr. Lami Ahmed of the Ladies Golf Association of Nigeria, as well as captains of industries, retired generals, and members of the diplomatic corps. Aniete Patrick, reporting for Global TV.
It's on Global TV AM News. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channels 365 and StarTimes channels 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using at Global TV NG. I am Sadia Yakubu saying thank you for watching.